Welcome to Knife Reviews. I'm Evan, and with my good buddy, Dada.
Welcome to Knife Reviews. I'm Joshua Hightower, and this is Evan. We appreciate you being here for this. We're going to be doing a special knife. This is a Diving Sparrow Knife Works Golden Eagle. Now, as many of you know, I am a big fan of Diving Sparrow, and out of all the knives that I have, this has turned out to be my favorite. It's ATS 34. I've kind of gone from high carbons to stainless steel now. The overall length of the blade is right at 6.5 inches, well, 6 5/8 inches. The cutting edge is 6 1/8 inch. The overall length is 11 5/8. So you've got a little over 6-inch blade, 5-inch spare handle. This handle is made out of kyanite. If you probably noticed, I get a lot of my knives in kyanite now. I've put this kyanite through tons of wreckage and never broke a kyanite handle, but I have broken just about every other single handle you can dream up. I've broken them. These ones I have not. As we normally do, we'll go through several classifications: chopping, batoning, feather sticking, cutting, spine scraping, ferro rod usage, and then my personal overall view of the fit and finish of it. So that's around a 3.5 inch log of really seasoned cedar. It chopped through that like a champion. In fact, there's nothing bad I could say about the way it's chopping. The way the handle is ergonomically designed, you don't have to choke back on it, but you can. It stays in your grip, positive grip, and it just gives you that overall sense of strength when you're doing that task. I really like that. I want you to notice that there is knot after knot after knot that did just baton through. Okay, see that? Not there, not there. And look at that clean slice through that knot. You're not supposed to do that when you're batoning. Okay? Perfect. Once again, no nicks, dings, or any deformations on the knife. So, chopping and batoning, I don't know that you could ask much more of it. Because it's a longer blade, you can baton much thicker wood, and it allows for processing quicker. And in fact, it's much more safe to baton and process and chop with a bigger blade, just like this. Chopping and batoning, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I would have to give it a 9 out of 10 on feather stick. So, as you all probably know by now, I like to do a duct tape cut.
Duct tape cut.
Yep. This one is 30 wraps, actually 40 now that I think about it, because I double wrapped it, of Gorilla Tape. And we all know Gorilla Tape is probably the best duct tape on the market. Literally just shaved off the skin off the 550 cord.
No, you don't.
Okay, just made a real quick rudimentary spindle for a bow drill.
Thank you.
As you can see, it cut through that, no problem. So for cutting, we're going 10 out of 10. And what that's showing you is that this edge of the spine on this is really designed to do so many things. Smoothing out the handle on a bowl or a spoon, or getting some fuzzies ready to start a fire. You know, it's good for that. Scraped up just all the great fuzzies that you could to catch a little spark. So for spine scraping, you see that you've got this ramp right here. It gives you a couple of different styles of smoothing out something or scraping something off, but it also gives you this ability to make ditches or pitches in the wood. So you needed to get that groove going, say for a fire plow. Whatever utilitarian style thing you can think of, that ridge is actually very useful. It's also good to choke up on, but it doesn't get in the way. So I like the placement of it. I like the safety feature of this finger coming in deep. So you really can do so much with it, whether it be fighting, tactical use, or bushcraft use. This thing comes in really handy. I'm gonna give it on spine scraping a 10 out of 10. Okay, so it sparks everywhere on there. Okay, so for ferro rod usage, there's nothing to complain about. It scrapes all the way. It's got an even distribution on its heat treat, very professionally done. The hardness is uniform throughout. I can't complain about anything on it for ferro rod usage. So for ferro rod usage, we're giving it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
So now I want to talk about the fit and finish and the subjective use of it. It's a big knife. It's right under a 1/4 inch thick, and it's made out of a very nice ATS 34 stainless steel. It's got a high saber grind on it. It's got a Kyanite handle on it. It's full tang. It does everything you could possibly ask it to do. That big knife gives you, to my opinion, gives you the ability to do a few more things with it, because it's not taking away your ability to do all your bushcraft tasks. It just hits all of them evenly. One of the things that knife makers do wrong is they'll make a great blade and then forget about this by sticking just a broom handle on the bottom of it. Abe has always gone geometry centered ergonomics on his handles. It fits in your hand perfectly, whether you've got a huge hand or a small dinky hand or medium-sized hand like me. It fits perfectly. You can go back and choke up on it, or choke back on it. You can choke up on it. You can do so much with it. I mean, it's just really in that position to do just about everything you can think of for it. I want to be honest about this. This is my favorite knife now. As many of you know, I go through a ton of knives, and whenever I find a new one that does better than the old one, I just go with that one. And I've been going with this one for a couple of months now, and I just love it. I'm going to take this knife with me everywhere I go, and I'm going to use it on everything. So for fit and finish, an overall feel of it, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. This is my most highly ranked knife to date, missing only 1 point. And that's a testament to how good or how well made this knife is. You saw me beat on the handle, the Kyanite handle. You saw me beat the snot out of the blade, cross-section batoning, chopping, everything that you could possibly think of, I beat on this knife. Abraham Elias makes them. He's got a Facebook page called Diving Sparrow Knife Works. His webpage is DSKW.ca. That knife, the Golden Eagle, is not on any of his websites. I think you might have a picture of this on his Facebook page, but it's more of a special order piece. The prices will be up between you and him. It's not a cheap knife. But if I had to trade in all of my knives prior to this to get that knife, I would do it. So what you spend on this knife, and hear me when I say this, what you spend on this knife is worth every single penny. Once again, we appreciate you watching us on Knife Reviews. Stay safe and God bless.
God bless. God bless.
Bye-bye.